Hello, I'm Ragnarok, and welcome to the Reckoning. So today we're going to be playing Age of Calamitous mod for Conan Exiles the game. We're going to be doing an Age of Calamitous faction thrall camp overview or showcase. Uh, that's a long sentence. But basically what we're going to do is, so you have your normal thrall camps in the regular non-modded version of the game. Well, Age of Calamitous adds 5 factions to the game. There are also faction thralls. There are thralls for each faction, enemy thralls that you can capture and put in the Age of Calamitous specific crafting stations, as well as fighters and archers for those factions. So we're basically looking at their camps, where you can basically thrall these thralls, what kind of weapons they use to attack you. We're gonna take a general look at like how much life they have by. I'll show you my stats and what weapon we're using, and we'll just attack them real quick. Then we'll just skip forward real quick. We'll kill them all, and we'll look at what kind of items are in their loot table. Obviously, we're not going to see everything, but we'll get a general idea of who drops what. There are some commonalities between the factions, and then if there's any creatures at any of the camps, we'll skin them and see what that drops. So we'll take a look. Every faction has 2 camps, so there's 10 camps total. There is the normal camp, and then there is the legendary camp. Legendary camps can be a lot harder, whether it has a lot more thralls or if it has some boss creatures at it. So we'll take a look at everything. Let's get into it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the stats, just so you can get an idea when we're going to be in God mode the entire time, because I don't want to sit here trying to, you guys don't need to watch me try to survive killing a bunch of boss creatures and stuff like that. Plus we're going to get swarmed because we're going to go right into it. But when I hit the creatures, at least you guys can get a look at, how much damage we do to each of the thralls or creatures or whatever. So as far as stats go, we're level 80. I just made myself a typical level, that nothing crazy. Our strength, really the only thing that matters is our strength. Well, it's at 30. So it's at the third perk. This is the rest of the stats. It's not an ideal build or anything, so don't copy paste this for yours if you're new to the game. I just kind of threw some points out there just to have some general points. Again, for just the sake of showing like how much damage you do at a certain level with certain points. The weapon we're using is the Vanquish Cleaver. It's a one-handed weapon, axe, 62 damage, 12 armor pen. So it is an end game. You can't get the axe until level 80, I believe. Yes, if you're one of the factions. So it has a pretty high damage value. So again, just to demonstrate, if we're gonna pickaxe anything, there are some nodes that we're gonna show off. We're gonna be using the Star Metal pickaxe, non-modded, and also the Hardened Steel skinning knife. We're gonna skin anything. Armors don't really matter because, like I said, we're going to be in God mode, so that doesn't matter at all. And the settings on the server are one time, so if we're skinning anything or getting any loot, it's all going to be at one-time harvest rate, so it's not going to be boosted. This is actually what you'd probably see on a one-time server. So if you're on a multiple-time server, you're going to get more of whatever items show. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so this is the first camp. This is the Cold Embrace camp. So, like I said, there's a camp and the legendary camp. The camps are the smaller ones. We're right here on the map. So we're just south of that big Yogg city right here. So the camp's right here in this little alcove. And if we go in there, we have some Cold Embrace soldiers. We have a soldier, an archer. Here's your crafting thrall. So this time spawned in a dancer. Oh, I'm stuck. There we go. And the rest are our soldiers. So you can sometimes get a captain in here, which I'll explain once we see one. I'll explain what those are. But you always, almost always, there's been a couple times where I haven't, you get some kind of crafting thrall, which is a dancer, or an enchanter, or an alchemist, whatever. As you see, as far as weapons, they're all using one-handed swords with shield. And then, obviously, the archer's using a bow. So as far as life, we're going through them pretty good. They don't have a lot of life. You can see their attack speed is pretty fast. They're using a very long sword, so the reach is going to be pretty good. So let's kill them all real quick. Okay, and as you see, I just instant killed them for sake of speed. So as far as loot table, mystical plants. We got some layered silk, which is made for epic armor, light armor. Onyx brick and some tin coins. Gold cup. You can use that in the dismantling bench. Get some items from it. Some more of the same. And some lunar hemp. So again, basically all Age of Calamitous crafting materials. Obviously, this is vanilla. crafted material. But either way, so that's what you get. And then there is a chest right here. This is an Age of Calamitous spawn chest. Some general mats and the Age of Calamitous mats. Okay, so the next spawn point is the Stormhold camp. As you can see, they're off there in the distance. We're right here on the map, so in the jungle area. Oops. In the jungle area, right here on this little peninsula V. And the camp spawns in right here at the end of the beach. Let's run over there real quick. This, in my opinion, is probably one of the easiest camps, because if you get kind of close, you can see how they're kind of starting to spread out. We're just going to ignore her for a minute. They kind of spread out kind of slowly. So as they spread out, if one gets closer to you, just back up, back up. It's kind of like this one's kind of coming at us right now. You just keep backing up a little bit. You want to keep them in render distance so they continue to spread, because if you get out of render distance, they actually freeze in place. And as you can see, they're spreading out pretty good. Once you wait if you're patient, they spread out enough you can actually pick them off almost every single time, one at a time, maybe two, and it's not really that hard to handle them one-on-one at even... I'll come here when I'm like level 40 or 50, and it's hard, but it's not insanely hard. As far as life, same as all the other ones. Here's a soldier. Let's go see what else we got in here. We got a Taskmaster, which is nice. This is after the newest update on the end of May 2019. So this is after the update. They just recently modified what can spawn here, some of the thralls that spawn here, the armors and weapons they use, and all that kind of stuff. So this is literally the newest. Here's the new merchant, George McWillian, which he spawns here every time now. And you can purchase specialty farming from him for 37 copper coins. So that's just a new feat that you get. So he's a non-combat thrall, so try not to kill him so you can learn from him. And then, what is this? That's the Taskmaster from before. So let's kill them all real quick so we can look at their loot tables. Dead, dead, dead. I know, it's cheating. But again, this is a showcase video, not a watch me try to not die video. Because watch me try to not die would be watch me die. Okay, so let's take a look at what they got. We got some Cthulhu plant. Whatever. Some bags of flour, same that plant again, nothing on that one. I think I saw a tin cup on one of these ones. There it is, tin cup, bag of flour, some tin coins again, and a sapphire and aurora plant. As you noticed, each of the factions has a different gem they drop. So the Stormhold faction thralls will always drop sapphire. Well, not always drop sapphires, but if they're going to drop a gem, it's going to be sapphire. The Cold Embrace one was... What was it? I already forget. Was it Topaz? No, Amethyst, sorry. Cold Embrace was Amethyst. I don't know if the ones... We'll see them. We'll verify that when we get to the Legendary Camp. But either way, Stormhold is Sapphire. So if you want Sapphires, come here and kill them. The cool thing about this camp, other than the fact there's a Thrall here that you can actually learn a new feat that was just added last night into the game. But there are 2 Elven Archers that actually overlook this with a gorilla next to them. So if you want to get some Elven Archers and you want to get a bunch of them really easily, you know, come here, come this way, and all you have to do is fight 2 Thralls all by themselves. I mean, obviously there's 2 gorillas, but those are non-modded gorillas, so they're really not that hard. All right, let's move on to the next camp. Okay, so we're in the next camp. It's right here. So literally just north of where the Stormhold camp was. This is going to be the Elven camp. Regular camp, not legendary. This one's a little harder because there are a lot more here. They do spread out pretty good if you wait a little bit, but we have some soldiers. And as you can see, the elves are a little more complicated than the 2 other factions we just saw. We have a spear, we have a katana, we have double daggers, bows. What else? 2-handed swords or dual wielding swords. Katana again, double swords. And the archers, they fire hard and they fire fast. So you definitely don't want to get picked off by a bunch of archers. As far as what we have, we got dancer, soldier. There's always a captain. Soldier, soldier, soldier. Saw that. There's the captain. And they move fast, so good luck dodging. There's probably another captain. Oh, it's a soldier, soldier. I really do enjoy the newest update. The newest update added a bunch of variances to the weapons they use. It used to be they only had daggers, and then the captain had a spear, and then obviously archers with bows. But they updated it, so now they have all these different weapon variants, and the armors are different too, which is nice. You got some browns. The captains, I think, are in like blacks, and then the females are in like the purple or the silver. All right, so let's look at the loot table. So we got some crescent steel bars, really nice. If you're trying to make, you're mid-level and you're trying to make, let's see, right here. You're trying to make the crescent weapons, or not weapons, but the crescent pickaxes, knives. These take crescent steel bars, so it's kind of nice to get a bar drop from these NPCs because you'll need it, and it's a lot easier than crafting them. A lot less mats required. Obviously, it's a lot easier. So we got some cobalt ore, some moon dust, some tin coins. Some more bars. Emerald is the gem of choice for the Elven faction. So if you need emeralds, come here to them or to either of the Elven camps. More bars. That's mystical potion right there. And moon dust. These are vanilla or non-modded apes, so they're not that hard. Oh, there's another one. Crescent water. Bar again. I think I already went through all these. So, and there's probably some more thralls over around the other side of these two trees, but if you come up to the top of this, there's this ramp right here. You come to the top platform, there's just a big plateau, so around these two trees. And they'll all be spread out around it. So, okay, so we got the next camp. This is the Van Ghoul camp. We're right here on the map. So as you can see, there's a nice little, you could do a nice little trio roundabout. The Stormhold, the Elven, and then the Van Ghoul camp right here on this little path. And it actually, the cool thing is you can put like a crafting station in like this area, and you can thrall the vanilla jungle pirate ship, and then come here and thrall this, and use the same wheel for both if you wanted. You just have to do a little bit of dragging and come from the other side. But the cool thing about, like the elves, the Elven faction, the elves are unique because they're actually elves. They have the glowy eyes and the pointy ears, so they're kind of cool. The Van Ghoul are orcs. Or ogre. They're orcs. So they're actually bigger and they look like orcs. So it's kind of cool. I actually really like capturing the Van Ghoul because it just adds a unique look to your base. There's almost always a captain here. There's your taskmaster. So there's your crafting thrall. And then these blood wolves, I think that's what they're called. We'll find out when we kill one. They spawn here now too. That's new to the newest update. So this camp got a lot harder. So just be very careful. It's very easy to aggro all of these, or a lot of them. So again, be very careful. So now that they're all dead, let's look at loot tables first. Oh, there's a wolf. One more. Okay. So the gem of choice is the rubies for them. So you get some ruby shards, some Van Ghoul. That's the dye that's specific to the Van Ghoul faction when you pick them. Some bear pelts. What else we got here? Some bear pelts again. Some demon's blood, more rubies. Some brimstone, some widow's leaf. And that should be everything. They don't really spawn a lot. They spawn a lot of good stuff. The demon's blood, the widow's leaf, really good. Brimstone, really good. Oh, the wrong guy. I didn't want to. So they are bloodhounds. That's what they're called. When you skin them, you're going to get some demon blood potion, maybe. Again, it's a loot table. That's from the guys underneath. Some topaz we got. The Avari ore. We'll get the head for the bloodhound. And the hide. We'll skin one more just to see if we get anything different. And exact same stuff. So, looks like it's pretty common to get those items from them. The really cool thing is that when you capture the thralls, the Van Ghoul ones, their characters are just as big as they are pre-captured. So it's really cool because it's very unique. Oh, that's right, I meant to go over the captain. So the captain thrall, you saw them. They are basically the equivalent of, you can kind of think of the rest of these thralls as normal tier 1 through 3 thralls in the non-modded version of the game. And then the captain would be kind of like the equivalent of a named thrall. So they have the yellow health bar, the yellow outline above the health bar. They're a lot stronger. They have a lot more HP. They do more damage. They're harder to knock out. So they're kind of like the highest tier of the faction thralls. So if you get one of those guys, they'll do some damage. So they're really good to get, but they're also harder to get because they do a lot of damage. Okay, so this is the Felgarth camp. We're right in the middle of it. They haven't noticed me yet. But it's right here on the map, in the snow zone, right below this ridge. And it's right here on this little platform that, when you zoom in, it looks like a V, or part of a V. Not obviously in a full one. But either way, this is the Felgarth camp. As you can see, one-handed swords and shields. I believe... Oh, there you go. There's a two-handed sword right there from the chef. So they do have a little bit of a variation. Archer, one-handed sword. And just like all the other thralls, pretty simple. Well, I guess that's relative. Well, let's kill them in the easiest way possible. Just press a button, and they're dead. Okay, so let's look at the loot table. So, for them, Topaz. Felgarth gives you Topaz, so... And then Mythical Dust. Or Mystical Dust, sorry. We got some mushrooms. Some more Mystical Dust. Some Aurora Herb and 10 coins. And more Mystical Dust. And there's also a chest right here, which gives some stuff. Random loot table from the chest. Okay, so this is going to be the... So we went through all the regular camps. Now we're going to do the legendary camps. Legendary camps are either going to have more guys, or there's going to be some kind of higher difficulty level to them, for the most part. So, we're right here on the map. We're right above the Black Keep, or the Ruins of Zulan, whatever you want to call it. Right here on this high rise, right above the building. That's the building right there. So, as you can see over here, we got 2 archers up there, which is probably what makes this a little harder, but you can probably aggro the rest. Then we have soldier, a captain, so that's what's going to make this a little harder is the captain. There's your blacksmith. Actually, it's a pretty cool outfit, actually. I love the Felgarth hood. That's what we're wearing right now with the Cold Embrace armor, because I think it's kind of a cooler look. But as far as the captain, where'd he go? Where'd the captain go? There it is. As you can see, yellow bar. So takes a little more damage. His life is going down a lot less than the other guys, obviously when I'm hitting them. And they definitely do a lot more damage. Let's down these guys real quick. See if there's anything. So we can look at the loot table. See if there's anything we didn't get from the previous ones. Same. Some Vulcan bees this time around. But pretty much all the same. And then there's another chest right there. Age of Calamitous chest right there. And the 2 archers up there. Okay, so this is going to be the Elven Legendary Camp. I'm going to get up to this high right, to the top, closer to the top of this before we look at where we are on the map. The way you can tell is you see these little explosions of like blue or white orbs, and then they kind of start falling. That's how you know you're in the right place. So, hop on the map. We're right here. We're back in the jungle. So this is the Stormhole camp. This is the Elven regular camp. This is the Elven Legendary camp. So it's on this middle section. You just follow the spirals all the way up, and you get up here. So this is unique in the fact that there are 2 bosses. So you have your Elven Thralls, and then you have 2 world bosses up here, and these are Age of Calamitous bosses specifically. Let's see, the other one spawned in. It did. Sometimes the single player doesn't spawn in for me. I don't know why. But, so the difficulty here is that you have 2 world bosses, as you can see. We're going to let me kill these Thralls real quick. Actually, let's take a look at what we have up here before we kill them. So there's your captain, again, a little harder. Gardener, an alchemist. And as you can see, I'm doing heavy attacks to this tiger, and its life is not... It's going down, but it's not going down immensely fast. For the amount of damage this thing does, especially being a tiger, it's going to do bleed. And same with this guy, the elk. They are definitely hard-hitting. Now, the trick about this, I'm just going to kill everybody real quick as I talk, but the problem is that I've actually split up the elk and the tiger before. I had one of my clanmates stay up here with the tiger. I jumped all the way down with the elk. My buddy died from the tiger, and even though we were all the way... Go over here real quick so we can look. Even though we were all the way down there, after about 5 minutes of fighting the elk, so you'd be like, okay, they're separated. There's no way the tiger's going to come on me. Well, after about 5 minutes of fighting, half the elves that were still alive up here and the tiger ended up showing up way down there and attacked. So there's no way we aggroed it. I later found out that these guys, he can make like a call. There's a setting for thralls, they yell for help. There's a certain distance. That's in the normal standard game. That's why sometimes when you attack something and they're not necessarily next to each other, you'll get two will come running because they kind of call for help from each other. Apparently, the call for help from this, from the elk, is massively far, so it can call from help all the way down there, and they'll just run. So it's no different than aggroing them from that distance. But either way, let's look at the loot table. Some more crescent water, some more emeralds and moon dust. More of the same mystical potion. More of the same. All right, so let's see what the elk carries on it. So because it's a world boss, or whatever, how you want to classify it. Here's some of the loot table. Some hide, lunar hemp. You get an uncut diamond, which you get from a lot of the mini, I guess you would kind of like mini bosses. Roar herb. So you get basically all the herbs. A bunch of mystical potions, and then we get a legendary harvest loot, which in this case gave us Blood of the Devil Bear, some ore, some onyx, and then the honor chest. There's your honor tokens. A lot of the mini bosses and bosses give you honor tokens, if not all of them. If you don't know what to do with honor tokens, and you've seen them in your inventory and be like, what do I do with these? I can't figure out what to do. We have a video, honor token how-to, or honor token tutorial, I forget what it's called. But anyways, it's the one that has a big word honor token on the thumbnail. And we actually show where you can get honor tokens, where you can spend honor tokens, and there's a couple different places you can spend them on. And we showcase the items and the stats for those items that you get with the honor tokens. So definitely check out that video if you've had these or you've seen these before and you're like, you can't find out what to do with them. We have a whole video showcasing them, so definitely check that out. Okay, so the tiger is considered the main boss, and the way you can tell it's considered the main boss is I'll show you in a second once I'm done skinning it. Is from the main boss, you get a diamond drop, so you get an entire diamond instead of the uncut diamond that you would have to get a bunch of those to craft into the diamond, or into diamond shard and then into the diamond. You get a whole one. You also get the head of Ashira, and again some gems, another chest. This time I got dragon powder out of it, and some more honor tokens. So the Age of Calamitous bosses and mini bosses are going to be the best way for you to get diamonds, which are required items to make any of the endgame faction armors or weapons. This is the Cold Embrace legendary camp. As you can see, I'm getting swarmed. It is right here on the map. Right near the Mounds of the Dead, just due east of it, on this little rise right here. Now, this is one of the more dangerous camps. I know I said the Elven one is definitely one of the harder ones and obviously dangerous due to the two bosses. The reason this one's pretty bad is because there are a lot of thralls that spawn on this one. This is probably one of the second most amount of thralls. The other issue, too, is that you get two different types of wolves, the Bloodhounds and the Scourge Wolves. Scourge Wolves is what makes this a little more dangerous. As far as life, let's see. They're the same. We got the Empress Knight is one of the newer additions to the newest update they just had. The wolves are pretty rough, mainly because they can cause bleed. And they have a good amount of life. They're quick attacks, too, and they'll knock you down. The Empress Knight is equivalent of a captain. They were just added, actually, in last night's update, so I'm not sure yet if their stats are any different. So I will be doing a test on that, and then I'll do a video on that also in the future. But for now, we'll just assume they're the same as a captain. So the one thing you have to worry about in here is that there will occasionally be a Scourge Wolf, and if we get one of those, that's where you have to start being careful. And that's the Scourge Wolf right there that we just killed. As you can see, there's a green cloud, and I'm too close to it. So when you kill a Scourge Wolf, you want to run away from it as fast as possible. It's dead corpse, because after a couple seconds, you start seeing that green gas coming out of it, and depending on the difficulty of a Scourge creature, depends on the radius. So like the Scourge Dragon, for example, the radius is massive. Like you could be here and probably still be getting hit by it. So you want to run pretty far away from it. The main reason is because you get the Elrican Plague, if I'm saying that right, hopefully. It will kill you. So it's run. essentially just run. As far as stuff, same stuff. There's the gold cup. Again, you put a dismantle and bench. Awesome. Let's see what the Scourge Wolf carries. Scourge Hound Head. Some emeralds, hides, dragon powder, the head, unstable substance, and meat. Awesome. The Bloodhounds carry the same as the Bloodhounds in the Van Ghoul camp. The ore, the topaz, the Bloodhound head, and the hide, meat, and the Demon Blood potion. Now, what makes this camp kind of cool is this up here. So obviously, a bunch more guys, but we have these two right here. We have a Sanguise Assassin, and this should be a Sanguise Assassin also. So 2 Sanguise Assassins spawn here. Now, Sanguise Assassin are mostly in the there's a Sanguise Purge you can get. But the cool thing about the Sanguise Assassin is that they drop the Sanguise, or they can drop the Sanguise schematics, which is, if you've seen at some of the, of course I killed one of the wolves, so. Okay, there we go. We killed one of the Scourge wolves again, so we're getting killed by the plague. Okay, so that one didn't have anything. Ah, there you go. Sanguise schematic. So there is a way to craft the Sanguise armor, but in order to craft each piece, or to craft the armor, you actually need the schematics to do it. So this is where you would go. This is a really good place to go to farm the Sanguise Assassins to get this Sanguise outfit schematic, so you can actually craft it. So that's kind of cool thing about this area, but they are really rough, as you can see. They use the daggers, their bleed is insane, and their attack power is pretty rough too. So you gotta be careful. And as you can see, there was a lot of thralls and wolves up here, so picking these off one by one, especially because they're all close together and they don't spread out, you're gonna have to do a bunch at once. Okay, and the last 2 of the legendary camps, I'm gonna run over here. So technically this is a there's 2 camps here and then 2 legendary camps, but I kind of merge one of the changes. I kind of merge one of the legendary camps and camps into one big legendary camp. So we're right here on the map. We're right under the unnamed city. So technically there's 2 Stormhold camps right here, and then the Stormhold legendary camps right here. And then also the Van Ghoul legendary camps here. So they're really, the 2 legendary camps are next to each other. I usually just consider this one big legendary camp, because there's no break in between them. They're just, all the thralls are spread out through this whole area. So the reason I say this for last, and why I think this is one of the cooler camps, is not only because of the amount of thralls, which we're just going to hold off on killing for right now. As you see, there's thralls everywhere. That's actually one of the places where you spend honor tokens, but there's thralls. Buildings, they actually built a city here, which is unique to these camps also. There's actually a nice little city, so they built some houses. But the cool thing is because you have 2 factions that are at war with each other, next to each other, you literally can come outside the gates and there is a battle. And you have the thralls. These are actually like Van Ghoul elites, or you can kind of I would kind of consider them more like Van Ghoul pets, because you can actually skin them for mats, kind of like you do with the wolves. And then this is a world boss, 3 skull, and you got some captains, so you pretty much got everything. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to pick up. Oh, perfect! Wanted to pick him off because we don't really care about the other ones. We've already seen a lot of them. I'm gonna kill her, kill him, kill him, kill him, and let's go over here a little bit. We're just gonna kill a bunch of these so we can. The reason I want to do this is so we can kill him. Okay, cool. So we're gonna we'll skin the war boss real quick. Now they actually do have a loot table, so you can actually go into the inventory, Demon Blood, Van Ghoul Blood. But if you skin him, this is the boss one. And again, the way you can know it was the boss or mini boss is because we got an uncut diamond, some chromium reinforcements. We got the 2 chests, like you get with most of the bosses. Silver coin, hide, onyx, amethyst, demon blood. You get a death whisper potion. Those are pretty key to keep. You can use those in conjunction with the honor tokens, and then again the honor chest, which gives you honor tokens, and the harvest loot, which gives us random stuff too. Let's kill this guy, and we'll skin him. So the normal ones, again, regular stuff, and then as far as what they drop, rubies. They drop whole rubies, really nice, and then just some random stuff, as you can see. A lot of these, one of the really good way, if you're trying to get honor tokens, these big, like, ogres, orcs, whatever you want to call them, they actually do commonly drop, when you skin them, they'll commonly drop honor tokens. Let's see if we can get some honor tokens from one of these. There you go. We got some on that one. We got an honor token, and just a bunch of this other stuff. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to actually speed up the speed of the character so we can run around, because the rest of the stuff is pretty self-explanatory. There's no real big difference. You saw all the cool stuff that they have. I'll just show you the rest of this camp so you can see what it looks like and how far it expands. You have over here, let's show you on the map first where we are. So we're north of this, once you get this emblem. So northwest of that gate we came through. Let's go back. Let's go up here first. See if we can find some more. There you go, some more battle going on. Another one of the buildings. Some more of those guys fighting Stormholds. We'll go up here, back this way. Another thing you want to make note of, as you can see, all these guys are Stormhold guards are pretty much spread out through everywhere. There are some unique nodes that were added. So right here, for example, here's one of them. And we're getting gold and Avari, however you say that, ore. So there are some cool nodes. If you want to do farming up here, you could kind of run through and hopefully get lucky. Here's one of the camp. Again, let's see if we can find. Can we find a crafting thrall? This is usually where I come if I want to try to find a crafting thrall. There's usually one in here. I don't know why it's not in here right now. Probably just didn't. I got unlucky this spawn. But either way. And you actually get some normal thralls too. Nest of Shem. That spawn in here. That's some more gold and Avari. Here we go. What's this one? This is tin ore. That's the gold one again. That's tin again. Some more creatures over here. It's gold. There we go. Here we got some onyx nodes. Real good way to get onyx. And you got some more of those ogres over there. That's a really good spot too. If you come in through this one, you're gonna have to fight 4 of them, but you can maybe pick or 5 of them. Actually, there's 5 of them right there. But it might be a little easier to pick off than that massive battle we came through. So some more guys, and we're at this point right now too. Where we just were looking was right here, that entrance right there. And where we just ran was this area. So this is where the Vanguard camp is, this area right here, and then this the Stormhold camp this way. So as you can see, there's that horse statue. Follow the path. Basically follow the path, it will take you to the end of it. Tin? Yep, tin. Let's see what's over here. Tin? So it's like tin, usually it's tin and silver, I think. Maybe not. That was tin and silver. And then this is, oh, there we go. There's a cobalt one, cobalt ore. Oh, you get silver and cobalt, that's what it is. I always forget. I usually just come here and I run around real fast and try not to die. So I come armored up, bring a large backpack, and just try to rush through, get in the stuff while they're too busy fighting other creatures. But there's a gold lion statue and some more guys. There's usually a legendary or a captain, and sometimes a crafting thrall. We didn't really see many this time through, but it's all random spawns, so sometimes you'll just see a bunch of soldiers and captains. Sometimes you'll see like 3 or 4 crafting thralls. But as you can see, it's a pretty wide swath of the entire southeast side of the Unnamed City. They basically built an entire city for these thralls. I think it's really, really cool. It's actually one of my favorite parts of all. It's my favorite camp of all of them as far as the looks. I think it's really cool that they added buildings. But either way, you guys get the gist. Okay, so that was a Age of Calamitous Faction Thrall camp overview. Or showcase, however you want to say it. But either way, I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys learned something. If you did enjoy the video, hit that like button. It really does help out the channel a lot, and it lets me know what kind of video you all are into. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel out. Again, it lets me know that people are enjoying the videos, and it will let you get notified the next time the next video gets pushed out. We have a lot more videos coming on the way. We also do an episode playthrough. We have a character that we play through, and we follow multiple episodes into, along the journey of leveling in the Age of Calamitous mod on a online server. Also, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions about anything in the video, if something I might have went over really fast or kind of glanced over, or maybe there's something I missed, definitely leave it in the comment section below. I do read all the comments. Or if you just, hey, video was awesome, or hey, video sucked, whatever, leave it in the comment section below. I read it. Hopefully it doesn't suck, but either way. Also, if you're enjoying the content, you want to see more, we do stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/RagnarrockLive. We have a Discord channel also where we go over news, information for this game and a lot of other games, and we just hang out and play games together and share servers and stuff like that. So links for both are in the description below, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching the video, and as always, fear the reckoning.